What is up? It is me. It is I. I am the greatest there is, the greatest there was, and the greatest there ever will be. I am greatness personified myself. Yes, yes, Stoney. Greatness. Yes.
Wait, no, they here. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, thank
They
you.
in the room. In the room tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Y'all late. Y'all gotta get out now. Y'all late. So, yeah. And I'm here with the man of the hour, the myth, the legend, the activist, the author, the educator, the entertainer, the philanthropist, the Hall of Famer.
I'll take it.
The empowerer. He puts the perv in perseverance.
I mean, it don't really work that way. Don't really work that way, but okay.
Yes, the baker of cake. Yes. The guardian of the glizzy.
Okay, come on.
So some respect. And bend the knee. Because they come from all across the world to see. The man who wears the crown that hangs 2 inches from the ground. He is your king. He is my king. He is King Kevyn!
I told y'all they in the room tonight. They are in the room. Thank y'all. Thank y'all very much. I appreciate that. But before we continue or get the show going, we have to give another introduction.
Yeah.
Actually, you do this introduction.
Yeah. So, coming to the stage in all of it.
What the heck?
Y'all too early now. God.
They're excited. What can you say?
I mean,
okay, come on, y'all.
Yeah. So coming to the stage, all of his gloriousness, the expert of all experts, the doctorate. He has a doctorate in dragology. Wow. Yes. Yes. Wow. He is a champion of statistical analysis in dragology. So just be it all and just bask in the ambiance and in the glory that is our stat boy, Roscoe. Oh, look at him.
Hey, Roscoe.
Yeah.
Hi, y'all. Thank y'all for having me back.
They like you.
They do.
They asked me, have y'all not checked the comment section?
Oh. What's up, everybody? Thank y'all for joining us for another episode of the GreatMines Show. We are here today to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race, Season 17, Episode 11, Ross Matthews versus the Ducks. And there's an elimination, and somebody wins, and that's the show. Thanks for watching. God bless you. No, no. So this episode was another acting challenge. Last week, Arietti, was sent home, and we have to start with that.
Yes,
we have to start with Arietti being sent home, by herself, mind you, and her reaction to her actions.
Yeah, so Arietti was, apparently left a lipstick
mirror
message, because lipstick message on the mirror and stuff, and it was she said, quote, "From one smelly queen to another, Anya, brush your teeth." So, and that, and the crazy thing is, when she wrote it, when she went out the door, people were like, what does that mean? Because we saw it as she was writing it, on her way out. And so people were like, what does that like, just thinking, shady drag queens. Come to find out, it was more of a low blow. And that was explained by the queens in the workroom when they came back. Their faces were very much on the floor when they read that message. And
when they read it, I think audience reactions were just as floored as the girls reading. Like, did she really say that?
Yeah, and I think that the audience reaction was a little bit more, was definitely weighed down by the queen's reactions, because we didn't know that there was a lot of personal things behind there until the queens disclosed that Anya had disclosed to them that she's dealing with a, either an oral or internal condition that, where she has, bad breath. And so, like, there are conditions that contribute to that.
I was about to say something so bad. I love Anya.
What were you about to say? Say it.
I was just going to say thank you for the heads up. So, like, if I go to a meet and greet, I won't look at Anya funny because now I know. Got him in? Anybody got him in? I mean, Anya said it.
Yeah, Anya said it. So,
but I was going to say also, like, last week when we saw Ariete leaving, it was very distasteful before we even knew she wrote that message to Anya. And my thought then is the same now. It just sticks more. It's like, this is your last impression on national or worldwide television, where you have a chance to make an impression on us. And the impression that you left was very distasteful. And then to come back to the beginning of the next episode and it continues and gets worse. Roscoe, I'm thinking about what you were saying about, like, how she is almost the equivalent of that other queen that we don't like no more.
Yeah, talk about that.
Who's the other queen we don't like no more?
Tyra.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's similar in the sense of, like, but even then, like, because I think Gia Gunn was saying it best when I was watching her episode of Mistress. Like, like, it's different drag race drama, but, like, it's not like season 6 before season 7 drama. And I think, like, in Tyra's time in season 2, she was being a bitch, but she was never being a bitch to that standard. And even the stuff that she would say that would be
for
out of
Tyra, on that season. But like, it's just what she did when the Vivian passed away.
Well, yes, and that's what I was going to get to. It's just what she's been doing since she's won off of Drag Race. But even to your point, like, about Fagaretti, I just think it was a low blow, weird move to make, because when you think about the impact that Drag Race makes to people, and just like people who actually like watch the show or get into the show, it could be like 3 years from now, somebody just get into Drag Race, they return to season 17, and now this is what they're gonna know you from.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's what I'm saying.
Like, although I've seen on Twitter that her and Anya made amends, that's cool, fine and dandy, but this is what's gonna live
and that's forever. And that's up to Anya to do. But then it's always the court of public opinion.
Yeah, and the public opinion does not agree.
And like, y'all got along and y'all made up, but we still feel a way about it because you showed us your character. I said the same thing about Anya earlier, but like, what Anya was doing was competition. What you were doing was me.
Right.
That's the difference between the two. And Ariete, I was so in love with in the beginning.
And see, there's a difference, because I want to say that Tyra, the thing that rubbed the queens in Tyra's season the wrong way was that she was being competitive.
Right. And she didn't care who she crossed the road, but it was still a game.
Still within the realms and the confines of the competition. And then when after the competition, she just became this mean, this mean queen,
mean girl,
and everything, at least to the other queens.
But let me tell you, and I'm not
from
giving
a fan's perspective who's met her and,
right.
And
but I'm not giving
nice,
Tyra, I'm not giving Tyra a pass for what she did or what she said. But with Ariete, here's the thing. Tyra was, again, strategic throughout the game. While she was on the show, she was just being strategic, and she didn't care if people got upset about it. Over the years, she's had a lot of bitter, bad blood with Wild, with RuPaul's Drag Race, a lot of the queens from the show. I can imagine that over time, it makes you more bitter, and you get to the point where you're just like saying and doing anything and you don't care. And again, I'm not excusing that because we don't like you, Tyra. But with Ariete, you're super young. You're new to America because nobody really knows. I mean, maybe in your neck of the woods or within that community, but to be introduced to such a big stage, we don't know you. So all we know about you is what you show us,
It's
and you
not an
can't
immigrant
say
dig either. It's not an immigrant dig.
no. No, I'm talking about like
Like
in the country
national
where
stage
on the
wise,
national stage.
Mhm.
What I'm saying is like whichever city she lives in, they know you around there. They might know you in the drag community, but on a national platform on television, we're just being introduced to you. All we know is what you show us. We saw amazing looks. That's what we knew.
Absolutely amazing look. No one is taking away your talent there, lady. Like you can put on a look. Like
And I'll be the first to say that I speculate that there's a lot of stuff going on in the edit. I think a lot of storylines are being edited or being like the roast with Sam Starr. She got 3 jokes.
yeah, her
One
roast
for
was I
each.
think 57 seconds
Yeah,
of airtime.
and I know that she had more. It was just that's how they
compared to
cut it
like
up.
2 minutes of Arietti,
Right.
a minute and a half or a minute and like close to 2 minutes of Jules, and like I think Anya got like a minute. It wasn't like you could obviously see, it was very quick with Sam.
Right, but to that point, my point with that would be you can't even blame this on the edit. They didn't make you write that. They didn't make you act a fool when you had an opportunity to make a statement with you leaving. That was the perfect opportunity to say, I got carried away in my feelings. I'm sorry that's not the best representation of me. I love my sisters. It is what it is. Fair game to everybody.
Right. And then not just that, but I feel like you also kind of took the easy way out. Because if you look at her tour and her like a lot of her major press is already done. Like she's done her Roscoe's review, stint.
Mm-hmm.
She's done a lot of the exit interviews and stuff already. And
Yeah.
it all wrapped up right before all of this kind of came all out.
Right.
And we saw
Right.
these next episodes. Like, do you think that was like, set up, and is that good drag management there, Stat
So
Boy?
go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't think that it was set up. I do think it's just coincidental, and I think it just kind of fell in place in time. I feel like they always were going to have like, the launch of them and just doing stuff like because that's what they do every year for the queens, to get them out there. And to your point, it's crazy now because now they're at like a point where they're not really doing as much press. And this episode came out, so that just might overall mess up your image now on who wants to really work with you.
Because they're
or who
going to
wants
do another press tour.
Yeah, once the finale and everything
Yeah,
gets
they're
here,
going
it's
to
gonna
do it again.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Arietti's going to get a lot of the questions. So what's going on with you and Jules now?
Right.
I mean,
yeah,
and it's like when if you're a Marvel fan and you watch like the review people or the people that speculate on YouTube, whatever like that. One of the biggest complaints about certain, not just Marvel, but like certain movies is when they tell you what happened without showing you what happened. So in this situation with Arietti and Jules, yeah, y'all can make up. You and Aya can make up. But all we know is that y'all told us y'all made up. Like we don't get to experience that, and all of this is happening on television. Like, don't at the end of the day, whether we like or dislike you, we're entertained. We're watching the show for entertainment. That's a storyline that I would love to see played out, not just we're at the reunion, we good Judy's again. It's like, yeah. So like I don't know, Arietti right now is a big X-Yeti.
So this week we had after all of that drama and everything, and congratulations to Lydia Collins for winning last week and everything.
Congratulations.
They got out of drag, and now we're back at the workroom for a new day, and RuPaul comes in and lets the queens know that they are going to be doing a acting comedy challenge, all right, where they'll be acting in various different roles with Ross Matthews in Ross Matthews versus the Ducks. It's a parody of Truman Capote versus the Swans, which was the basis of this Ryan Murphy feud show, because he did the feud with Joan Collins and I forgot what the other lady, the old timey lady's name was from Baby Jane and stuff like that. They did the whole feud with them, and then they did the Swans, which was Truman Capote, and the Swans, which were like New York, socialites and women who were cool with this writer guy who wrote In Cold Blood, great book. Make sure you read it if you have it. But he's famous writer way back in the day, and little gay guy. Little gay guy from the South, little weird looking white gay guy, and he talked very much like this, and
it gives me very much Leslie Jordan.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking, Leslie Jordan.
But I don't know. I mean, my voice is a little bit more unique than Leslie. Okay? That's really how he sounds. You can go back and watch old timey footage and stuff. Well, not old timey because it's not that far off. But yeah. So they did a parody of that. In other words, with Ross Matthews inhabiting the Truman Capote type of role, and the queens inhabiting the various swans based off of different types of reality spoofs, like the Love and Hip Hop, the Real Housewives, Flavor of Love, because one monologue was based off of New York's monologue from Celebrity Big Brother, and it's a lot of things. Like it was chock full of references and things. Did we miss any references there, Roscoe?
Mm-mm.
No, cool.
So first off, before we talk about the girls or the queens, I have to talk. Well, you know what? I'm jumping the gun. Let's talk about.
You want to talk about the role selection? Yeah. So of course they got to select the roles. We know how that's been all season.
I agree with Angeria on Pit Stop. They don't want Susie to get nothing. Nothing at all. Like every role she says she wants. So if I was Susie, because they know she's strategic, I'll start going for the roles that I don't want.
Mm-hmm.
So I say, okay, well then I'll just take this one because I know y'all not going to give me the one that I want. So and she probably is actually doing that already.
And I feel like, whether she's doing that or not, she definitely is, excelling at any role that she's given. I think she's one of those queens. Yeah, and I think she's just one of those queens where it comes to just like acting is her thing. And between her and Anya, I think it's been proven that they do this for her. Like they're acting girls. They're people that really like get into the theater. Like you can tell just from this challenge alone that like who's really actors and who's acting.
Yeah, right. And there's a difference. Or trying to act.
Right.
Yeah.
So the first role that was selected, well, the first, I'm just going off my memory of the actual challenge, was Lana Jure and Anya Nurse.
Yeah.
Lana's character's name, I can't remember her character name.
Was Big Drippy or something?
Big Drippy.
Yeah.
Drippy Q.
Drippy Q. Yeah.
Drippy Q. There you go.
Who was this rapper?
Yeah.
And then Anya Nurse is Big Fupa.
Big Fupa.
I ain't gonna forget Anya. That was Big Fupa.
Big Fupa. Yeah, big Fupa.
Yeah.
Big Fupa.
But anyway, and y'all know in every season, just about Drag Race, there's going to be a moment where people are going to get slapped around. Mm-hmm. This was that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you, I was sitting here watching that, cracking up every second of their comedy sketch. And I mean, when I say cracking up, from Cheyenne to Ross Matthews to Lana to Anya, everybody in that first scene,
hilarious.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was
the first
so
scene was definitely
the best scene.
The best as far as chemistry and flow
and laughter, timing, their interaction with each other, their interaction with us, like Ross with the camera on the side, like, and he did that in all the sketches, but like it was the one for me. And also, Roscoe, you mentioned how like when it's not your turn to perform, people disappear in the background.
Mm-hmm.
That's another reason. Lana and Anya both actually was in character the entire time, and they gave you like what is the word I'm looking for?
Reality TV?
No.
Oh, well.
No, but it was like they were on point. Every time you look at them, every beat.
Oh, yeah,
like,
they were on beat.
Whenever you saw them on camera, they were in character and they were killing it.
Yes.
And then we had a Sham Star, and a Butthole. And Sam, I think, actually both.
Now the Butthole was better than before. The like Sophia, that was a prolapsed asshole, a butthole. You know what I mean? Like Sophia was prolapse, but Doctor and she was a proctologist.
On top of it,
Yeah.
All right, can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Because I think on Pit Stop, Monet and Angeria were kind of like playing it like, girl, why you keep going to it? I thought that was perfect branding.
Yeah.
I think she gave me a Nymphia type branding. You can be tired of it, but she did it right.
Right.
She
exactly.
did it right. That's
and
her brand.
I don't have a problem with it because you can play back the tapes, go back, go down and play back the tapes from last season. Mm-hmm. I was like, yes, give me more banana. I don't care how yellow you are. You go ahead because you are killing it. He was like, but no. It serves it, and that's the thing. Go ahead, Lydia. And make buttholes your thing.
And for me, with Nymphia, I didn't get it till the end of the season. Honestly, okay, it's overkill. We get it. You like yellow. You like bananas. But then by the end of the season, it's like, give me more. And here we are in episode 11, and it's like, honestly, I was already sold on the butthole. So, and I think it's all the butthole jokes that we get, and that she leans into them. I love it.
Yeah, and I think she's branding on butthole, but not just being like so in your face about it all the time.
It is also subtle.
And
I think other people make more noise about it than she does.
Yes. Because she even said in What's Your Pack, it was just Lydia calling, but then somebody just said like butthole, so she just like put it into her name, but like she never like attended like to be for butthole to be like a whole big thing, but now she like brands off of that, and I think it's kind of different from what Nymphia was doing, because Nymphia was the banana yellow queen before Drag Race, and I think even to her point, being on Drag Race, like she did showcase a lot of yellow looks, but when there was times it was like a whole golf themed runway and she excelled in that, so she showed that like, yes, I do like yellow, but I also can make other things.
Right.
So it's all about how you brand and what you could do different.
And honestly, I don't think that she's done anything that's overkill with butthole in terms of her.
No.
It was like on the nose that she wanted the proctologist.
Right. And I mean, honestly, I can't say that anyone would have done it better, but it was made for her, in my opinion. So their storyline. Well, what was the first storyline with Drippy Q and Big Fupa?
They were Drippy Q was the mom, and she basically was coming to meet with Ross, and Ross was asking where was her daughter, Big Fupa, and she was trying to act like she didn't know who she was until Big Fupa came in, and she like literally like basically was saying why she act like she didn't know her, and it was a whole like big thing about their music career, and then her writing a diss track for her, and then they wind up fighting.
Yeah, and then talking about fake ass and titties.
Yeah, fake ass and titties.
Oh my gosh, the way Anya brought out that breastplate and that butt pad, that was funny.
And like, then the butt pad.
Yes, right. Yes, and the way that Lana played it. So in the when they were filming it, her cutlet from her titty fell out anyway. Yeah. And I said, now could you imagine if they actually used that in that?
Yeah, that would have been. I would have been like, you know what?
Right.
I would have used it. Like
that was good.
Mm-hmm. Go with it. But we know why they didn't use it.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Because that would have been good because she was on point with her acting in this challenge. But with Sam Star and Butthole, Sam Star's character was the housewife with the husband who was sleeping with his proctologist, who also happens to be her.
That's right.
Who was played by Lydia.
Right.
And so, they had that whole thing, and Lydia had like a whole glove gag. And,
every glove gag was perfect to me. Like the fact, and it was settled with the glass of water or whatever it was when she threw
it in Ross's face. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. I don't know if I know for a fact it wasn't the best performance, but I don't think that either Sam or Lydia did a bad job.
Yeah, no.
I think it was I
thought Sam did an outstanding job in comparison, but
it's an A for me. I think Anya and Lana were A+, but they definitely were A. They were passing. They did good.
Yeah.
And then our final
I give Lana a B. I give Lana a B-.
Why? Justify a B-.
I think that she could have went bigger. I think that she did, she played it well, but I do think that she could have went bigger. There could have been a couple more choices that would have made her character, a little bit more bigger and balanced out Anya's.
I feel like how she interpreted the character though. Like
I did the math in my head. That's what you're saying?
I think she just like, knew that Big Food was supposed to be this like overdramatic character,
Mhm.
and she know that she's supposed to be the contrast of that. So
Right.
she was trying to find a balance of like, being
Yes, but you
that.
can still make certain decisions
Mm-hmm.
that will flesh out a character and make a character larger than life, while also letting the person, while still being the straight man in the scene,
Right.
and everything,
Right.
and it's just and what that does is that makes the straight man cut a little bit deeper, and it makes the scene pop a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
because you are really this whole character here, and it's standing up, even though it's not as big, braggadocious and everything, but it's standing up
Right.
to this big braggadocious type
Right.
of character that
And that's a
Simple
great
was.
contrast.
Yeah.
I don't know that I felt that type of a contrast with Sam and Lydia.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I wouldn't give Lydia a B-. I would give her at least a B. I would take the minus off. It wasn't necessary, because like, was she a standout performer? No. Did she do bad at all? No.
No, I don't think nobody did
Yeah,
bad.
I mean, me personally, her Sophia performance was definitely
probably a C-.
It was a D- for
It
me.
was a D for me too.
Yeah, it was
she
a
could have done
D-
so much
for me.
better.
This here was definitely, to me, a C+. It was a C+, which is great.
You just demoted her from B- to C+.
No, Lydia. I said
Lana
had a B-.
Wrong.
Lana had a B-.
Really?
Yes, Lana had a B-.
That's what we were talking about.
But I would give Lana.
Lydia
I thought we saw Lydia. I would give
Lydia had a C+.
I would give Lana an A-, because she didn't do bad. The only thing she had to do was like maybe
B+. I'll give Lana a B+.
Lana did really good this episode.
But
I think she did really good as well. I think she did. Like,
and
the
she,
best.
as good as Anya is,
and then in that case, I would give Lydia a C+.
Because even though like Anya is supposed to be the biggest energy in that, it was their chemistry together that made that scene. I don't care how much I want to say like Anya outshined her. Lana really helped to carry that scene. Like
she did, because the chemistry.
It was chemistry there. That's why I said B+. Because Anya was an A. Anya was an A. Sam was an A. Like.
So let's get to our last group before we talk about our monologue. Our last duel was Lexi Love and Susie Toot.
Now the rivalry in Lexi's head with these two.
Is it really a rivalry?
Right? Is it really?
No, it is
like
not.
Coco Jones and Alyssa Edwards. That's a rivalry.
Yes.
Like that was a rivalry.
Coco Jones or Montrese?
Coco Montrese. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Wrong Coco.
Because we love Coco Jones.
We do love Coco Jones.
And we love Coco Montrese, who we think that you should change your name to Coco Jones. So
no, we think we need to stop putting face filters on her pictures.
But like it is the delusion of I have it out for Susie, and it's just me and Susie with Lexi. Like, no, there are other queens who are just as good and who have just as much claim to the crown. And you know what? Pretty sure Sam and Jules, hey, you keep focusing on Susie and Anya too. Anya's probably like, you keep focusing on Susie, and we're just gonna just do what we do and continue to pass you in this race, because that's what's happening. And the only person that is holding back is Lexi.
Yeah. In this challenge, wait, I can't even remember what their issue was.
They were.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No. So was it the fact that Susie's character was talking trash on Lexi's character?
No,
right?
Lexi's character was talking
trash on Susie's character.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Ross Matthews was like spilling tea.
Yeah.
And then they was like, like they tried to confront it. That was the best moment in their. Oh shoot! Leave it to me.
Wow.
Leave it to me.
Messes up the whole.
This is funny from my point of view.
We just spent the
Goodness,
whole
why is he even like
3
hours?
Maybe I should just turn my camera around.
No, it's cool. And then still don't catch it. So they started talking to mics just like this, ASMR radio. And it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I think that was, I won't say the best, but if I had to rank the 3 dual sets, it would be Lana and Anya, Lexi and Susie, and Sam and Lydia. Only because
you're ranking
Susie,
off of chemistry.
Chemistry, but it was like theirs was more funny. Lydia's and Sam's, they were good, but they weren't as funny as Lexi and Susie were.
Uh-huh.
Like their whole setup was funny.
Mhm.
And when you talk about chemistry, their chemistry was so real that you kind of feel like Lexi actually wanted to do some harm to Susie in that little takedown scene.
I think she
I
did.
feel like that's what she in the channel, like in her head.
Yeah,
like,
she's like, oh no, I get to do this. Oh yeah,
like,
I'm working with Susie on this one.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, like she wanted to fight Susie in real life.
Okay.
You can tell.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, I think she's like not acting, she's real.
Right. Well, she said that day before that she was having dreams like about Susie chasing her. Like, you know, well, she had dreams about people chasing her, but Susie was in this dream this time,
like
which is
the
like
rivalry
crazy.
in her head.
And Susie's just like, why is she so obsessed with me?
Right. I can only imagine what Susie
I can
was
tell
going
you,
through.
as an Aries, that's great. It's great. I am loving living life right now because I am so in your head and I am just being my great self.
Like, honestly, I'm not even thinking about you. Right
exactly.
Oh.
Exactly.
Thinking about you.
Like when I tell
you are losing, tripping over yourself, worried about me.
Susie was living the Aries like dream because that is the dream of every single Aries. Is to just have people bothered by just being our phenomenal selves. Like
and you over here struggling, I'm living rent free in your brain while I'm succeeding. Have fun.
Yes.
And I think it's funny too because it's like while they're going through that, we got, at least at the time, Jules, Lana, and Lydia, you know, trying to find their place to the race, and Anya killing the competition. Right.
But you know what? Because you know, at the end of the day, I think that all of the girls are really talented, but they get in their own way. And like what you just said, Roscoe, was on the money. Right now, like Susie's killing it too, whether she has the most wins or not. Susie's killing it and Anya's killing it, and they're sailing without worrying about anybody.
Right.
Lexi can't get over herself because she can't stop thinking about Susie. Jules, Jules, Arietti, or Lydia, or Lana, whoever you want to call it at the moment, I can't even put Arietti in there. Arietti.
Well, Sam is up there.
You can't put Sam in there because Sam is still. Sam
is
also one. She's like Anya and Susie, except she doesn't have as many wins.
Right.
But she's in her own game right now.
Sam is definitely an Aquarius for real. Like she really like her own game, own zone. You know, like she's here. Y'all just might not really see it, but she's definitely here.
And you feel her presence.
You do feel her presence in every episode. You feel her, and that's one thing I love about Sam. You feel her presence in every episode.
And in this episode, she did good. Sam specifically, she did good. Like I said, the only issue I have with Sam and Lydia's thing is they weren't as funny as the other two dialogues that were going on. And then we come to Jules Sparkle.
Mm-hmm.
And she was playing the Tiffany New York Pollard.
Big Chicago.
Yeah, and she wanted this part so bad. She memorized this monologue since she was a kid because she loves New York.
Well, she memorized the Tiffany Pollard monologue.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry that wasn't clear. But yeah, so she, you know,
this monologue is different. You know, there's certain
for
things
copyright reasons.
Yeah. So
right. So, but still, whether you got the words verbatim that she said or they gave you a variation of a different script, with New York, it is about the energy.
Yes.
Even though the character's name was Chicago, give me New York, please. Mm-hmm. Now, if Lana did it or Anya did it, and I'm surprised Anya, because I think Anya would have killed that.
Yeah, Anya definitely would have killed it. And I think even just like, because you know the whole Chicago thing is from Mystique Summer.
Yeah,
right?
Mystique Summer.
I mean, you could have
bought that from Chicago. How?
Chicago. So like, so she should know. And you would think, as Jules being this drag race fans like how she is, she would have got that part too of like the energy of what they were supposed to like exude. Like if he wasn't gonna get Tiffany, at least give Mystique.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like something could have gave. And I think it was really just missing the energy, like you said, because if the energy was really there, it could have been like more. And I don't think she did bad in terms of like saying the dialogue. I just think the delivery of how the dialogue was it was not impactful. Like literally, like as Ross said, like we were really hoping to have that same type of like impact, and we didn't get that at all. So I was kind of disappointed that Jules didn't like carry like how she said she was going to carry.
I give all the girls a little bit of grace because I am one of those on the bandwagon of the edit. Like I know that's not the only take that they did, and you could have
I like how she tempered the water though. I did
where too.
in the confessionals where she was like, "Oh, I was waiting there for hours, and every hour it was like my energy just kept leaving me." And
but that's what I'm saying. Because even
I'm like, "Are you serious? There was no coffee on set."
No, but even in the sense of that,
Probably not.
The reason why she was saying that she was so low energy is because Lexi had to do 1,000,001 takes, but they still gave Lexi a good edit. So that's what I'm saying. Like she had to have had a better edit. And I said I'm doing the math here. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm doing the math in my head about the way this episode plays out, and we'll get there. So in my opinion, all of them did good. I feel like
especially Susie's hairline. That was such an epic acting. That was such an epic appearance from a hairline in the history.
Between that and the do-rag that Susie had on, like Susie. So that's just blackface Susie.
Now blackface Susie. All right, so then we have the runway. The runway tonight was what? Black and white.
Black and white ball in honor of the ball that Truman Capote would throw every year. Black and white ball. Yeah.
So Lana comes out, and I actually do like Lana's look. I always want more from Lana, but I liked it.
Am I weird to where I liked it? Don't get me wrong, I liked it. I feel like she could have, like, if it were me, I would have done something to where the polka dots kind of flowed instead of just being down here. Like I might have had some come up the side or across, and then shout out to Dusty Ray Bottoms because I probably would have put a couple on my face.
I was legit thinking that they wouldn't even go to the hair.
I feel like that would have been too much. Like, and I think like for me, I enjoyed the look. Like,
None of it was done right.
Yes, and I feel like for a different queen, not Lana, personally. Like, I feel like some queens can execute things, but I think if Lana came out there, it would not have looked the best on her. And I think that's no, as far as like with the polka dot face, polka dot, I feel like where she had him at was subtle. It definitely could have been a little bit more, but I feel like if she went a little bit more after the more, it probably would have just thrown the whole outfit like from together.
Tagging on to what you said, I also think that Lana also puts herself in a box because had she been doing out of the box type things from the beginning, it wouldn't be such a stretch to see having polka dots going up her face into her hair because she would be just known as that queen.
Right, but it's her first time for doing everything down the runway.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, she got on Drag Race. Everything is the first time. She on Drag Race.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm leaning with my left hand.
First time I want to let my left eye blink.
Okay, it's my first time exiting the runway after getting eliminated.
I hope not. We'll get to that. Then we had Anya. How do we feel about Anya's look?
I agree with what they said on the pit stop. It needed to bake a little bit more. I get what she was trying to do, but it just wasn't, executed as it should have been.
I love the concept, but even like how she said during the last design challenge, like she don't know her left, and I feel like she did. That dress could have been so much better, but she don't know her left.
Did she make it?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Did she make that dress? Because she made that dress,
because this challenge was not a design challenge, so you have to make it on. You could have brought it.
I think whether she make it or not, I feel like because even just from a designer standpoint, like they pretty sure they got her measure right there, but she probably told them like not to have it be to that length because like again she said she don't know her length, so I feel like that goes for just from like wearing certain outfit. Even if you look at her on some of the other runways, like she is showing a lot of like she's never like wearing nothing like past her ankle. So I think like I said, she really just does not know her length, and when maybe designing this look, she definitely was telling the person like, yeah, make sure it goes to right here. I don't want to have no long mermaid type of dress, like just hypothetically speaking, because this is not the first time she wore like a dress where it did not go all the way like past her leg, and they have critiqued on it.
I know like when they prepare for the show, sometimes they don't get a chance to actually have fittings with the designers. A lot of times they like okay, they ship their stuff out, and you on your way to
Drag Race.
Drag Race. But I feel for Anya to be as polished as she is as a queen, that's something that you should have taken into consideration.
Yeah,
I think the dress was nice. I don't think that it was given what the category called for. even with the little smoky thing going up the side of the dress, she had this little thing coming up from like the bottom of the dress up to the top with a little swan on her head. Idea cute, concept cute, execution wasn't horrible. I just don't think that was giving me black and white. It was giving me black with a trim of silver or gray.
Yeah, and I feel like, it wasn't on theme, but a lot of the girls' runways were not on theme a couple times. So I
Yeah,
feel like this
and
season
we
where
and we
like a lot
fought
of
them for it too.
no. And I think, with Anya, like you said, as well-rounded queen she is, and I feel like that's for every queen, for like winner or not, everybody has a weakness. I think that's like one of her weakness that I feel like, whether she won Drag Race or not, that would be something that she'll excel in afterwards, or
Yeah.
or probably is excelling in now because it's been a year since she's been filming. So
Yeah, and you would hope that and that's the beauty of Drag Race, because you get to live with these other queens who all have different expertise. You can pick up things from each person if you try. And
right.
I'm pretty sure she's smart enough to she takes fabric, so she might as well take some tits as well.
Right.
I'm just saying. And this is no hate on Anya, because right now Anya is like the it girl for me.
She is. Can we talk about that too, real quick, about the whole spray paint gate? Because going back to even Arietti, because I said it too when we were talking about it, like this goes back to her being a villain also. Because I was here last time talking about that. I'm like, now this really proves her villain edit from that moment then till now.
Yeah, I have to agree. After Anya on the runway, we get Shame Star. Now, can I say first? I said this to Roscoe. The timing was kind of bad for me because I saw a different variation from last week's look. Like, I get it. You don't get to choose which week is going to be black and white, but you packed 2 black and white outfits. You know that you did that. I have a problem with that, Sam.
She didn't pack 2 backdoor outfits. She made the other one.
She made that one?
Yes.
Even worse. Because you knew that you had one. Why, even if it wasn't back to back, why would you make something so distinctively black and white and contrast against each other, knowing that you got another look in your bag that's almost the
last
same?
week was the football look.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
No, because there's more than that.
Exactly. It was 2 weeks ago.
Okay, 2 weeks ago.
That was like Bessie Johnson. That was the Bessie Johnson thing.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. That was when Chloe went home.
So what you're saying, Roscoe, about me not liking Sam Star? Because I was going to find a way to work it in there. How much I like Sam Star more this week than I did last week. It's not about me liking, loving, just liking. Y'all know that I'll give credit.
I know.
She looked great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that she didn't look great. The makeup and everything.
Honestly, it's just funny because I forgot that last week was definitely the roast and not the design. Because we were talking about it beforehand. I'm like, wait, you're absolutely right, Stoney, because now I'm just.
So she did the football look, which was what, black and white with some burgundy in it.
It was red and black.
Red and black mainly.
That's it. This is what I'm talking about.
With some white accents.
I don't care.
You're trying to find stuff.
But I even said, even if it's not a consecutive. Even if it's not a consecutive thing, if you know that you have a look in your bag that is very, like, the patterns are crazy and you got a lot going on, why would you could have chosen any other color.
I give it a pass because, again, she made that look during the Bessie Johnson challenge. She made it.
It don't matter.
Okay?
You could have picked other colors. You could have used other fabrics. You could have did some patterns or something.
Sam, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say that you didn't. She looked gorgeous in every look. But we're talking about a competition because I'm going to read somebody else in a couple of minutes for something that's very similar. Okay. Why would you do the same look? You want to stand out. You want to, like, not only stand out from the other girls, but from any other look. You want every one of your looks to be distinguishable. And you have done that. And so I see another black and white look. It's like you knew this was in your bag. That's all. I love Sam. But
I don't know. I'm going to say.
Roscoe.
I'm gonna say flag on the play. That's what this is for.
I was about to ask you a question because does it count?
I said what I said.
Does it count as readership when you're the only one that subscribes?
Oh,
I
don't know. Honestly, I hear what you're saying.
You stand on truth, you stand alone.
That's okay, but I do think
as long as you understand.
I think you're reaching a bit now.
How? Okay,
because it's not out of control.
What's out of her control?
She don't know what the runways could carry or come up. Like, I mean,
You're right, and that's why I took away that consecutive thing. Like, it don't have to be a back-to-back episode, but when you're doing a design challenge, you're literally
So I
starting
can't.
from scratch.
Yeah, I'm starting from scratch. So I can't do any type of black and white because I have a black and white
No, that's not
outfit
what
in
I'm
my
saying.
bag.
But
Let me
Nymphia
be more
did a
clear.
yellow outfit. What did we?
And during the season 16, I complained about it the whole time. So I'm
You know
being
what?
consistent.
That's fine.
I'm being consistent, and I'm not saying
inconsistent.
no.
Right.
I'm not
Okay,
saying
Stoney.
that she did. What am I missing that y'all feel like I'm trying to hate on Sam? What
Well,
am
no,
I
it's
missing?
just honestly what's funny
Well,
to
let's
me.
play the tapes.
Right. Let's play the
No,
taste one.
I talked
Roll
about
the
how
footage.
I didn't like Sam at first, and
But-
I told you an announcement was, you know what, she's winning me over.
But that's
I'd
funny.
be about it. But if it was somebody else, if I have an opinion or a critique, I'm going to be honest about how I feel about it. This is how I honestly feel about it. It's my job to critique. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
And if I have an issue with the fact that you had the opportunity to start from scratch, you had fabrics that you could have chosen from that wasn't necessarily black and white. It was Betsy Johnson. Come on, you could have done anything. And you chose black and white when you know that you already have that it's going to come down the line, whether it was next week, the following week, or the finale.
Well,
You
it
knew
was
that you had-
prenup. It was mainly black and white.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's what they had to work with. And not to mention the aesthetic was two
I'm
different
wrong.
things. No.
I'm
You're not wrong. I know
I'm
I said you're
delusional.
wrong.
I'm the delusional one here.
I'm just giving
You're a
Sam
little
their
delusional,
graces.
but
How is it delusional? It's
Well-
my opinion.
Well, because first you said it was
that-
last week, and then you
Because
realized
I
it
was-
wasn't.
okay.
That's when the illusion kicked in.
That's the thing. If I'm wrong about something, I don't mind saying I'm wrong about something, but you're not gonna make me feel like I'm crazy because I don't like that she did something that was reminiscent of another look that she packed.
But she didn't pack that look.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly my point. She didn't pack that look. She made it, but she knew that she had a look that was packed, that was black and white. You could have done prenup in so many different. Y'all not going to convince me.
No, I get that.
That she didn't know that she had a black and white thing here. Why would you do something that's similar? It is very similar. What, you had a veil on that makes it different because you had on a bra? No,
it's a whole different aesthetic.
That was a reveal.
And
It wasn't
honestly, but wait, no, listen. And
That was a
honestly,
reveal.
if you want to be real, if you look back, she was kind of doing a lot of off-white than regular white, and this is more right.
And I
So
didn't say anything about
it was,
either.
but no, I'm saying for the Bessie Johnson, that was more off-white than regular white. This look was white and black and white.
Damn, sorry.
Sam
See,
Star,
that is
you did a good job of her. Yes,
You are killing
wow.
it because
You
have the
you
kid
ate it up for
father.
me.
Can I be honest with you? I am not bothered by Sam. I'm giving my opinion. I'm bothered by y'all trying to make me sound like I'm delusional because I'm sharing my opinion.
No,
No.
the funny part was just like you thinking that the
respect
outfit
your
was last
opinion.
week.
Your
I respect your
opinion
opinion
is
too.
Okay, I was wrong about the week, but it's still the point.
The point still stand. It was just funny because it felt like the delusion was right there because you thought it was last week to break it up station this week.
Yeah, and I said what I said.
But
Anyway, I
who's
loved
next?
it. I loved it. I thought it looked absolutely amazing. Sam looks absolutely
Stunning.
beautiful, stunning, and
Sick of
just,
that.
oh my goodness!
And after Sam Star, who we love,
I'm gonna sop it up with a biscuit.
was Lydia Butthole Collins. Now, Lydia's look, I'm not be honest with you, I'm not a fan of all of her looks, but I was actually kind of liking this.
Yeah, this one was nice.
I actually liked
It was
she
my
had, like,
favorite
a
look of the
person.
season.
She had a lot of different patterns going on. She did the black and white. She didn't wear that weird hat thing that she always has. She had a nice hairstyle. The makeup was on point. She was good. Oh, real quick, I do want to circle back to
Definitely, I agree.
Sam's
Roscoe,
makeup.
my favorite look of the
Sam's makeup was on point.
Sam's makeup.
I
Was
love
fucking,
Sam's
Sam's
makeup.
makeup is always spectacular.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
God.
But Lydia looked amazing. She was so beautiful. The dress was. I was concerned about the dress because the way she did the bottom of it, she had to like scooch throughout the runway. And I mean, for the character that she is, she had the alien super long arms that Dawn came in with, stuff like that. Not the ones that Dawn, but like that type of thing. It was cute.
Yeah, Willow Pill and stuff.
Yeah. Like I really enjoyed her look. I just said, I hope she don't have to lip sync because she can't move in that. She legit could not move in that dress.
Foreshadowing.
Uh-huh.
After Lydia Butthole Collins, we had Susie Toot. Now, Susie, from here up, perfection. From here down was great. There was just like little tweaks I would have added. But overall,
Yeah.
Susie.
Yeah.
Can't nobody say shit
Yeah,
about you on that runway today.
No.
Oh, okay, we can.
Well, we can.
We
'cause like
can.
Sam-
We can just
like-
say
but I
like
just
it
want to
should have been.
emphasize how
Like I
great she
agree with
looks.
Sam Smith. It should
Yeah.
have been a little bit more shapely. Like I wish she had a little bit more, hourglassiness to it. And
Because didn't Ariadne did like a similar cat look, but and it had shape to it. It was
Yes.
with the nails, like something like that.
Yes.
Like that would like and like literally like that because there was a shape to it.
Now, consistent, yes, but I just don't understand why Susie ignores something like that. Like the concept of it was beautiful. Like it was a great look.
Yeah, I think she was going for the like high fashion, and
High fashion. It still would have been high fashion if she sang.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, but
yeah.
typically when you think of high fashion, you think of straight lines, straight up and down, bean poles, stuff like that, and not.
Yeah.
I don't imagine that she's a tall girl. So
Right.
I would imagine like you would want to do something that would give
Right,
you more
but
height.
not all fashion designers cater to shape, even though they're starting to now, but they all traditionally don't cater
They
to shape.
don't. Yeah.
So
you do realize like we're giving her the benefit of the doubt. We don't know if that's what she was really thinking.
right.
We're giving you the benefit of the doubt. I think as a nightgown, that would have been cute. On the runway, it's a runway.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say that because she still served an amazing look.
Yeah.
It
She
was
did.
it was great. It was an amazing look.
It just gave like when you have a bathrobe and you didn't tie it up around your waist.
I feel like
like
Susie's look was amazing, but it was just shy of a winning look.
Yeah.
Because if they were judging the runway off of looks, you'd be in the top.
Yeah, she'd be safe.
Yeah.
For me.
A top safe.
Yeah.
After Susie, we have Lexi Love.
Uh-huh.
Unless y'all got something else to say about Susie.
No.
no.
All right. Bam. Lexi Love. Now, this is the other person who has been giving us training. We're on episode 11, and we've seen 12 trains already.
Oh my gosh, she got more trains than the New York Metro. God,
Okay.
like I did not think that they had that many trains in Kentucky.
Yeah, you know what's wrong? The thing about it is, it's not even like this is a brand for you. You just have them. There's nothing special about them. I mean, you look great. Don't get me wrong. You do look great. But when you walk out the thing of the runway, it's like, oh, another train.
Yeah, okay.
At least she ain't throw this one behind her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 1 to 10. Rate Lexi's look from top to bottom. Not individually. Like if you just glanced at it and you had to, if you had to give her a number 1 to 10.
7.
6. So I have an issue that she never pads. And I'm not saying that she has to always pad, but she never pads. Her hair was like, her look was cute. Like the arms and the flowy train thing, the body piece and the skirt with the cuda hanging out and all that. Like the cuda part was like, you put thought into it. You meant for it to be seen because it was bedazzled or whatever. But it just didn't do it for me. Was it given black and white for real?
I mean, yeah, because it was black and white. But
I mean, like it just seemed like sepia to me.
Maybe it was more. Like it could have been more, but I don't think it was a horrible look. But I think on her other runways, it definitely could have been, especially since like even like her last week look was really good, and the week before that with design, that was like a good runway look. So I was kind of let down just a little bit about it, so that's why I gave it a 7. I kind of want to give it a 6.5 because I feel like it's not really like NC area.
I also feel like, again, you're on RuPaul's Drag Race on the main stage. Every opportunity on that stage needs to be spectacular. It don't have to be like Sam. It doesn't have to be like Susie or Anya. It has to be Lexi. And I get that, but Lexi, drag it up. Drag up your look a lot more. I think she gives us a lot of femme queen instead of giving us drag queen.
I mean, but that's what like drag, that's how showgirls really perform and really show themselves. So I'm not mad at it. And even to your point about her padding, like to me, I get why you're saying that, but I feel like for trans women, you know, like to express their body, and like even just trans women that have been on
I'm gonna
Drag
tell you
Race.
why I disagree. And this is my opinion, not even my opinion, but like this is the thing. At the end of the day, like it's drag. Like I hate that people try to say that if a person dresses in drag, they want to be trans, or if a person is trans, they want to be a drag queen. They're two separate different things. Drag is entertainment and a profession for a lot of people. if it's the same as if a straight man dressed up in drag, it's the same as if a woman dressed up in drag, or trans man or trans woman. It's still drag. I don't care what your orientation, sexual or gender identity or expression is. When you are stepping out to perform in drag, it's not about you personally, who you are as a person. Like, dress it up. You're entertaining people. That, like, it's the same thing I feel about the way she got in the head when Susie said she had no friends. Like, are we doing drag? Is this a new world to you, or what? Like, I don't know. Now, I feel like, well, let's talk about Jules before I make my next statement.
Is she the last one?
Jules, wow.
Tens across the board.
Wow.
Tens across. Arietti stepped out, and Jules said, "I'm stepping
Jules
out."
said,
So
yeah.
You said I'm the runway diva.
I am the runway.
Okay.
Because she ate that. As great as Sam looked, as great as Susie looked, as great as anybody else may have looked.
And to me, that honestly,
Jules?
and I would honestly go as far as to say that to me, this was probably my favorite runway look of anybody this season.
Yes, yes.
It was that good. Like, wow. Like, it was
accents,
wow.
the hair, the makeup, the thought behind it, like everything. Like, she had two handbags. I don't know if y'all noticed. One was the cat, the other one was the tail. One was the head, one was the tail. And
that was cute.
Cool.
Got a clear concept. Yeah.
If this episode was just based off of the runway alone, baby, you a winner. Because that was everything.
You're a winner, baby.
Oh, yeah, that's one I should have said. This is
I'm a winner. I'm a winner, baby.
Now, special guest judge was Sam Smith. And they. Oh, thank you.
Oh, you said they. I thought you were saying gay.
That's
different.
We were like, and I was like, yeah, and like, why you keep saying that, Roscoe? We know, but no, you say they because they identify as they. Okay.
They gave some pretty okay critiques. I don't think they critiqued as much on the looks of all the queens. They more so really pointed out Susie's look. They loved Jules'
look.
Thank you for being a part of it. And what was their song that they had to lip sync to?
Unholy.
So
yeah,
winner of the episode is On Your Nerves, obviously.
Big Fupa.
Big Fupa. And the bottom three queens, Lana Jarre, Lydia Butthole Collins, and Jules Sparkles. Now, I'm trying to think of why you would not, because honestly, Jules should have been in the bottom for me. I feel like Jules should have been in the bottom. Honestly, I feel like Lexi should have been in the bottom. I feel like Lexi should have been in the bottom. She didn't have the best runway. She didn't have the best performance. There's no way in the world you're going to sit here and keep trying to downplay what Lana did in that challenge. Lana was better than Jules. Lana was better than Lydia, in my opinion. Lana was better than Lexi. I don't think Lana should be bottom.
I think the mass majority of the fan base is saying that on social media, like, justice for Lana, like, she didn't deserve to be in the bottom that way. She really
and do we have the same energy for Crystal Envy? Because I'm still pissed about that. All right, so
I said it back then, and I agree with it.
No, let's start with Crystal Envy first.
All right, let's start with Crystal Envy because I agree. Lana should have went home that episode, but she didn't. For whatever reason, I don't know what was going on. Maybe Rue was high that weekend. Lana should have went home.
Maybe Rue was getting a little love on the side, seeing a little Lana.
No, I think Crystal deserved to go home that week. I still stand by that.
Say what?
I love Crystal Envy too. I think she still deserved to go home that week.
I don't think so.
I feel like, honestly, personally, I feel like when it comes to early on in the game, like, anybody can really go home. But I do think as later into the game gets, like, that does play a part within, like, track record and the other things. It was only like,
it's not even just track record. Crystal did a better lip sync.
Not to me. Lana ate that lip sync. The quote, like, my daughter ate it up. She was giving. She was serving.
I mean,
like, you ate up a fourth place finish.
Thank you.
Not too much.
Thank you, mistress. But no, I think that Lana should went home when she lip synced against Crystal. That was the rigotry of it all. But we love you, Crystal Envy. We love you, Lana. Honestly, in this situation, I was nervous as heck because it was like Lydia, Lana, or Jules. And at this point, everybody goes home.
And to be honest with you, I didn't want to see any of them go home right yet.
Yeah,
but
either.
somebody had to go
Somebody
home.
go home.
But Donk was gone.
If I'm being honest with you, if Lexi was in the bottom and she went home, I would not have been upset. I would not have been upset.
It's crazy sometimes she has been in the bottom.
About Lexi. If Lexi was in the bottom, I would not have been upset to see her go. I feel like I would have been upset to see Jules go. I feel like I would have been, but honestly, that's it. That's the only person that I feel as though should not have went home under any circumstances this episode, because I feel as though they've earned, they've earned it to get to a certain point, So, hey. And plus, spoilers, I would have been upset if but
no, I don't know. I don't feel like it should have boiled down to Lana and Lydia. I just don't. Yeah. I really do feel like Jules.
I'm okay with it.
Jules flopped in a challenge, but her runway was cool. I feel like y'all gave Lexi a good edit, and her runway was okay.
Yeah, her runway was definitely okay. Yeah.
I think that Lana's runway was better than Lexi's. I think that Lydia's runway was better than Lexi's. I think that.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. I just don't understand how you get to that.
Because they're rigging it for Lexi to get further to her competition. And I realized that since Snatch Game when they were trying to.
But why? It don't make sense.
Trans representation. That's what I mean. Just not to make fun of it, but I feel like that's what I could think about. Because even just thinking like, what, Stoney.
I really don't think.
But look, I'm saying like this as a theory because up until the NFC 16, there was no trans people in there, and mandatory meeting to identify trans after filming. But during the filming of it, there was nobody that was a transgender woman in that season. Let me finish. So I think from the screen time that they got with having Sasha Colby throughout that whole season 15, even with Carrie Colby and Cornbread, I feel like Drag Race wants to have some type of like trans representation every season, and they need Alexa to be in the season.
That's fine, but be fair. It's
right. Be fair, because Carrie went home when Carrie had to go home. Well,
because when Carrie had to go home, Carrie went home.
But what's her name? Jasmine Kennedy fucked up with that thing, so she was gonna have to go home regardless. But I think just like putting Lexi in that bottom placement, like. She gonna definitely fight for our lip sync because she like shows.
Let me see it because you know what?
We're all concerned about DEI. We need to go full DEI and at least make sure that there is at least one straight drag queen every season. Like,
oh wow,
I'm here for that.
I'm not.
I mean, and I would hope that they have more. They can move a little bit better than Maddie Morphosis.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure there's some of the Maddie Morphosis.
Yeah, I am pretty sure that there are plenty of like straight, backup dancers out there.
Yeah,
that you
work on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah, and that you would think are more glittery than Powder Toast Man, but they're not. All right, no. They are, and I'm pretty sure you get them up in drag, and they can.
Same, like I think that there should be more trans men on the show.
Yeah, not just got Mick.
The only thing I wish that we would step off the box on is let bearded drag queens on.
Mm-hmm.
There's already been a winner for UK, so why can't we get some in the US?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I would love to see
amazing drag.
What was it? What's her name? Caramel.
Yes, from she would do good. I think she would do good in Drag Race from what I see her look stuff.
I mean, one of Ru's favorite drag queens is a mustachio drag queen now.
Right. No shade.
So one of Ru's favorite, she's not.
I would love to see that on a competition and like seeing them throughout the journey of all of that. But let's talk about this lip sync between Lana Del Rey and Lydia Butthole Collins. When I saw Lydia on the runway, I said, please don't have to lip sync in that dress. And guess what? She had to lip sync in that dress. And she knew that she did, so she came prepared.
To lose. So to me, all right, that lip sync was honestly scary.
Let me show y'all this is what I got. Cutting.
Yeah, the lip sync was honestly scary because Lana was Lana was catching some blows in that lip sync because Lydia was emoting and doing her thing, and it fit with the song.
And she worked within the space that her outfit would let her move, and it was doing what it needed to do.
Yes. And then she decided to just lay down on the tracks
and say, "Hey, Lana, want to cross?"
Yeah.
Right.
There's a train coming here. Says, let me make sure you get across.
I got you. Let me cut this up so I can lay it across the track.
Yeah, like she literally took out the scissors and started to cut her dress and was struggling to get it off. And again, even if you were gonna cut it, it's this to just do it.
That was her first mistake. So because why was she cutting down and not around? That didn't make no sense. She like I get what she was trying to do, but she was better off trying to like cut it around
but not even that. Why would you bring scissors?
Yeah, she
should have had a straight razor. Should have had a straight razor because then you could have been like, then it would have been like,
okay.
Like even if she didn't cut it off, like it was a pretty dope ass garment. I would have created a slit on the side,
right?
With like you said, just created a thing so I could move my legs. It didn't even have to come from the hip. It could have been from the knee, and you could move. That's all you had to do. And then you're tripping over it. Your garment is messed up, and it looks messed up. Like you just really didn't want to win.
I don't know what was going through her head. Like she really did think Scissors was going to be her savior. She thought, but she really thought Scissors was going to be her savior. And one thing that I'm really upset about this because two things. People asked for Sam Smith to be a guest judge back in season 15, and even when last year with his song, their song, with Kim Petras, Unholy, they were excited to be on Drag Race and have that song be performed. So I can imagine their feeling seeing just like Lydia fucked up this song that everybody was like, look like our people wanted the alter ego lip sync. They wanted the Unholy lip sync just as much the same. Like how they wanted to Break My Soul lip sync last year. It's just certain lip sync people look forward to. That's what I'm people will look forward to. And we're gonna have to redo it for another All-Stars.
Yeah. So I don't think that Lana was doing that bad.
No.
But like
Lydia
was feeling it at first.
But we couldn't see either.
The thing with Lana, and the thing that to me, when I was watching the lip sync, and the thing that had Lana, behind was that, okay, Lana, I've seen this.
Yes.
I've seen this from you. I've seen this from you. I've seen this from you.
That's true.
And Lydia was in the bottom 3 times as well at that point. And the lip sync looked different from Boogie Wonderland, from Kiss Me Deadly, they were different, and
can we
also give it something different?
Can we also just say how this lip sync really was set up for Lydia?
Yeah.
This Lydia's lip sync was killer because we know that you're a lip sync assassin. You had the opportunity to kill it and keep your thing going, but
yeah, because Lana couldn't really she could have been like sexy, but not like too slow, sensual sexy. It had been like a little speed up sexy. And I feel like for what we saw, she did okay. But I just think again, because the kid was so focused on Lydia, Lana was probably doing something that we just will never seem to know. Because I think for me, knowing how she was doing her body and movement and stuff for other songs that were female artists, I think for Kim Petras' part, it's a part I was supposed to go up for, but that was the same part where Lydia was cutting down to get her dress on full, and I feel like we came to know what Lana was trying to do to compete with. But I feel like it definitely was Lydia's song to send Lana home, and RuPaul was definitely gagging that this bitch brought scissors out on the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race to cut her dress.
If it was some type of gimmick that led to something beautiful or dope, maybe. You struggled too much with it. It was so sloppy, and you just went from bad to worse. So Lana got to Shantae, you stay, and Lydia had to sashay away. The one good thing I will say though is that Lydia redeemed the elimination mirror thing. Her exit was graceful. It was beautiful. It wasn't cringy at all. It was wonderful. The way you should exit the show.
Yes. So yes, congratulations. to Lydia Butthole Collins for becoming Mrs. Corey Kyng, and and yeah, so it worked out so well that hey, we might see her again sooner rather than later.
You say that like you know something.
Oh, that's because we're serious drag journalists here, and we do know something. And we're going to tell y'all later.
What you say?
I can't wait to come back to this clip when All-Star 10 is announced.
Yeah.
But yeah, stay tuned.
And we will. And I just, we'll talk about that another time because I don't want to say too much too soon. But I have some thoughts about it.
So yeah, that was RuPaul's Drag Race season 17, episode 11. Make sure that you let us know who your. Oh, we didn't even do tops.
Yes.
Okay, well, we only have 6 queens left now.
Yes.
Right.
So let's do top 2, top bottom.
Top 2, top bottom. I mean, can we just say top 3?
4 all year because they're taking top 4.
So you want to do top 4?
Well, hold on. No, they did top 3 last year.
They're doing 4 this year.
I was just saying like who we were right. It's just
that's
our
a spoiler. I don't care.
Our ranking.
They're taking 4.
Wow.
So all right, you want to do? Good. I'll just rank them all then. All right, for me, Anya, number 1. I'm giving it to Susie. Sam. No. Yeah, Sam, Jules, Lana, Lexi. That's me. That's how I feel about them.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I have Anya, Sam Star, Susie Toot, Jules Sparkles, Lexi Love, and Lana Jarrett. That's who I have.
I mean, that makes sense because Lana hasn't won anything, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I have Anya, Sam Star, Susie Toot. No, sorry, Jules Sparkles. I like Jules way better than Susie.
Number 3.
Yes, Jules is my number 3. Susie Toot, Lana Jarrett, and Lexi. Yeah, I'm sorry, Lexi. I was trying to be nice and find somewhere. I was like, damn, no, Lexi. I'm sorry.
I feel like the way I started off not liking Sam and started liking her more near the end of the season.
It's opposite for Lexi.
Sort of, but I never really liked Lexi that much.
That's how I feel because I definitely love Lexi.
I critique Lexi super hard from Meet the Queens, and she hasn't done that much to win me over throughout the season.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I need more, and she's not giving it. And then like her I won't say spaz. I won't say that word, but like her being all over the place isn't making it easy for me to connect with her.
You know what Lexi is saying right now? No, these hoes ain't facing me.
Is she though?
Yeah, now she is probably.
Is she though? We'll see. I hope, because yeah, Lexi she's not winning me over. But anyway, that's all we got for now. You guys have to come back next week to check us out on episode 12.
Thank y'all for having me again. I hope I can come back soon. Fans, comment down below.
Yeah, well, thank y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Tell us what your rankings are down in the comments. All right, and remember, hey, we love you. Thank y'all for coming. God bless you and good night.
Good night. Bye.